Hey guys, Mystery Man here, social media manager of Adventure On. So it looks like session one of our seasonal content, Mushpocalypse, the brain bud portion of it has already been completed. So I want to give a shout out to all who joined, and we have a little treat for you. We decided to record the entire first session so you can see kind of how our games flow. So let us know if you want to see more content like this, and we'll try to keep it coming. Thanks, guys.
All will be one. Nah, I'm playing around. Hi guys. I'm Unsnagged Mouse 2. I am the DM for season 1 of Mushpocalypse over here on Adventure On. We are recording a bit of an impromptu session 1 because we got through session 0 a bit quicker than I expected us to. Tonight we are joined by Mr. E-Man, Vintage Soul, Arrowette, and Steam. Unfortunately, missing from our roster is our own server owner who had to go deal with IRL jobs. Boo. Nah, I'm playing around. And I believe Locust is the other missing player for
Yes, that
tonight.
is correct.
But we will just get right into this. In the small, foggy woodland town of Mirkwell, not much tends to happen. People go to work in the lumber yards, come home to eat and drink at the local tavern, Bogdan's, sleep and repeat ad nauseum. Recently, however, reports from the local guards have been, well, disturbing to say the least. The local goblin tribe has gone seemingly feral, as goblins with massive colonies of mushrooms sprouting from their body have been attacking the lumberjacks. 4 attacks have happened so far, and all 4 survivors have been quarantined, as they too have begun to grow their own mycelium colonies. Mirkwell calls for aid of adventurers to investigate the goblins and hopefully find a cure before it's too late. That is where we're going to pick up over on Owlbear. As a party consisting of... I'll pull up Beyond on my end real quick. Or, I think it'd be a bit more appropriate to have the players introduce themselves. So going in order of who I can see on my screen, Mr. E-Man, would you please introduce your character?
My name is Braun Bolstein. I am a human paladin with blonde flowing hair, baby blue eyes, a member of the healing church that heals any misfortunate of any afflictions that they may have, and if it is not able to be healed, then usually being told by the church to eradicate such forces.
All right, next up we have Vintage. Would you please introduce your character?
Name's Madeline. If you don't know my name, then you probably don't need to. Tabaxi rogues are my entire family lineage. And so, if you've ever had something shiny go missing from your house and no sign left to trace it back, it's probably us. Stay out of my way. I'll stay out of yours. But I'll probably take something too.
Next up, we have Steam. Introduce your character, please.
I am Regina Rogoth. I was born from a human father and an orc mother. I was bred in for extensive labor and haven't escaped. I've learned many of things of thieving and making my way through life. I am very strong and I lift boulders for fun. Get in my way and I'm pretty sure I could launch you to space.
Intimidating. And last but certainly not least, I don't believe he has his character done, and that is partially my fault because originally tonight was supposed to be a session 0. Arrowette, are you ready to introduce yourself?
No, but I will be a caster of some form. Currently deciding between druid or sorcerer because those are things I've never played before.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Something I forgot to mention before we started recording. For those of you who do not know, we are using Owlbear VTT for our game for the time being. Players, if you look at the left-hand side of your screen, there should be a little pencil icon. If you click that, it lets you set your name in the game log to your PC name.
Oh wow,
then...
mine's still Borlock. I should change
Well, that's
that.
just perfect. But then if you also click on whatever token is yours, it should let you label it. And while
And
they are
choose a
getting
fun color.
While they are getting that figured out, I'm going to get myself a drink.
My name is so small.
Yeah, I had to do some heavy zooming.
Your mouse wheel
That's what she
zooms,
said.
and then left click with the hand icon is how you move the map.
With the hand, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Like over
it's
on,
okay.
on the right side, you'll see a bunch of icons. Like there's a lasso, there's a measuring tool, and on the top there's a hand that looks like it's saying "Stop it." Click that.
God.
Click that, and that's how you do all of your selecting and map moving.
And then if you right click while you're moving your cursor, there's a little bubble that allows you to mark things. Or rather, just point things out.
So you can say, "I want to go here."
It really comes in handy when it's like, I want to attack that one.
Yeah, I honestly like Owlbear better than Foundry because it's just so simple and to the point. I mean, Foundry's cool because it integrates everything, and I mean, it's your one-stop shop for everything you need. You're not switching back and forth between character tabs. You know, it's nice, but I don't know. I enjoy the theater of the mind and the simplicity of Owlbear.
I won't lie, I really like the automations in Foundry. It's really cool.
It can be, especially when you have animations for spells. You know, you cast a spell and it shoots across the screen. That's pretty cool.
Or like when a cleric puts bless on you and it's like, oh.
Oh yeah, and it's really cool too with like area of effect, so you can see which part of the grid it affects.
Anything AoE and spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Foundry's nice. The big thing that's been stopping me from buying it is that $50 licensing key.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what's killing it for me. And, you know, I've been told they do a Black Friday sale or a Thanksgiving sale or something, and it goes down to like $30, I think. But I don't know if I want to wait that long. We'll see. Anyway, back on topic. For whatever reason, this ragtag group of 3 adventurers, and we'll say, for the time being, a random chicken, have been enlisted by Lord Brodross II, the current mayor of Mirkwell. Whether you found a flyer along the road or found someone talking about recent events in Mirkwell, the party has found themselves here, and for the time being have made a probably shaky at best alliance. You guys have just pulled up into Mirkwell. It is a relatively warm summer day. The townspeople are milling about. The actual workforce, the heavy laborers, are probably out in the lumberyard right now. But you guys are free to roam the town.
So we are assuming that we don't know each other, but we do know we are all here for the same reason, correct?
For convenience sake, we're going to say you all met along the road before you got into Merkwell. You've maybe been traveling together for a day tops.
Okay.
I want to get some food. What do y'all want to do?
Food does sound good. Hopefully they have something palatable. Perhaps the big, nice estate in the middle can show us where we can perhaps indulge on the delicacies of this small village.
Might have some shiny things I could pilfer too.
You need to pray, cat.
Madeline,
You need to get off my back.
Madeline, as you say, they might have shiny things. Mind rolling me an investigation check?
Ooh,
Or, well,
first roll of the game.
Investigation or perception, I will let you choose.
Perception easily.
Ooh, 25.
Gotta love proficiency.
Yeesh, okay. So, Madeline, Merkwell's not a very well-off town. It is very much a boonies in the sticks type area, even by the Moken Pact standards, which aren't very high to begin with. Lord Brodross's estate stands out like a sore thumb. It is made of a high-quality polished stone. I mean, this thing is mint. Just the exterior. You can tell some bigwig lives here. And by extension, his pockets are probably pretty deep.
Oh yeah, right up my alley.
So, if the party is going to head off to Brodross's estate, I will load up that map. Give me 1 second.
Think they have any good meat?
One can only hope.
We've already got good meat here, and she holds up the chicken.
Who's gonna cook it?
I don't need to cook it.
So it looks like
I kinda go.
every time we change maps, we may have to re-add our tokens, it looks like. And
Yes,
our names.
anytime you guys show up on a new map you have not been to previously, you will have to plonk your tokens right back down.
Funk. Do I have to rename it?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, you guys walk up to the estate, and standing outside at obviously a fake guard are two large, well, not large, medium-sized marble statues that appear to be Moken Pact soldiers of, if you had to guess, some 100+ years ago. But just standing outside this estate, the smell of a feast is wafting out of it.
I look over at Regina. Do you smell that? I believe this is what we require. And I knock heavily on the door and I say, whoever resides in these quarters, we are weary travelers answering the call of duty. We require sustenance and information on where to travel next. As loud as I can.
Oh, that a scream?
Madeline just puts the hood over her ears.
I yell as loud as I can. Hungry.
Me want food.
Your shout echoes out throughout the area, and I mean, you've probably grabbed the attention of some of the villagers, but a few seconds go by, and you can hear shuffling from behind the door. And eventually, it is named an elderly man in a finely pressed suit opens the door and kind of sticks his head out.
Yes, how can I help you?
We are answering the call of duty. We've been traveling for some time. We require information and, more importantly, sustenance.
Oh, good. You're the adventurers my lord sent for. One moment, please.
He closes the door, and a few minutes goes by, and he comes back.
Yes, Lord Brodros will see you now.
And he opens the door wide and lets you all in. You all step into this main hallway, and again, Madeline, you're someone who can pretty handily determine the value of something. The wooden floors you are currently standing on are not cheap by any stretch of the word, and they are kept in immaculate condition. The walls in this hallway are covered in various pieces of art depicting whatever the Lord seems to find interesting. There's some tasteful paintings of the humanoid body. There's some paintings depicting previous historical wars. That's about it. But Atlas leads you up to this part of the room where there's 3 different doors. One directly behind him, one to his left, and one to his right.
Yes, if I may have all of your names, please.
Braun the Brave.
Regina Ragoth.
Celine.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
She's lying. Celine is what
Oh,
Madeline
okay.
says.
Oh.
You cut off there at the very end, so I could hear
Yeah.
soul. Atlas takes in a deep breath and throws open the door, and immediately the overpowering smell of various meat dishes and pies overwhelms your senses. But there's an underlying smell of heavily unwashed body.
Oh,
I want to see if I can notice where that underlying smell's coming from.
Well, you will get your chance here in just a second.
Announcing Braun the Brave.
Braun, you enter the room, and sitting at the table is who you can only assume is Lord Brodros. Lord Brodros is a morbidly obese human, commonly mistaken for a dwarf due to his stature, who is constantly eating something and has a veritable buffet of crumbs in his dark, oily beard.
Lord Brodros, I can only assume.
Yes, you... Oh, hold on. He takes the chicken leg away from his mouth. You have the honor of speaking to Lord Brodros. Please, take a seat at my table.
So, At this point, do we know that that's where the smell is coming from? Is his
Yeah.
unwashed body?
Yeah, very obviously.
Okay. Well, I am going to take that opportunity to sit right here.
Yeah, Lord Brodross does not seem to mind, or care for that matter.
Announcing. I apologize. I've forgotten your last name. Forgive me in my old age. Regina!
Rogoth.
Lord Brodross, in like the span of 2 seconds between your names being called out, has like started stuffing half of a pie into his face. No, please take a seat.
Thank you for your kindness.
And announcing. Why is there a chicken?
None of your business.
Okay, fair enough. Announcing. Oh dear, I've forgotten again.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Quick pause. I'm sorry. My work is calling me.
Ooh.
We can use this time to metagame. No, I'm teasing.
Let's eat the chicken.
We have all this food and we cook the chicken that's accompanying us.
I'm quite sure that's going to be Arrowhead.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Imagine being a chicken as a druid, listening to 3 different people discuss about eating you.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how he becomes a player character after being a chicken once his character's done.
That was a really weird phone call. I got asked where we store the pineapple at.
And they expect you to answer when you're not at work?
I mean, it took me 5 seconds to answer. It's his, like, first night on the night shift by himself. I'll cut him a little slack.
Oh, buddy.
But Atlas closes the door behind Madeleine and takes, not a seat, but kind of stands beside Lord Brodross.
He's nose blind.
Potentially. Hopefully.
We're getting paid a lot of gold.
Maybe. I mean, you can all certainly ask him later, unless you want to directly insult the Lord to his face.
No, not at all.
I assume...
What the hell do I care about the smell? I just want food.
I assume, Your Highness, we can help ourselves?
Well, I mean, this is supposed to be my lunch, but... go ahead.
I hope your community is fed as well as you are.
Of course they are.
And I start...
What kind of generous mayor would I be if my people weren't as rotund and glorious as myself? And as he says that, he's like, started chewing on a whole pig.
Now, is the food that we are seeing actually on the table, or is it different foods to grab?
It is... So just for, like, convenience sake, it is just whatever your PC wants to eat is on the table.
So a buffet of sorts.
Yes, it is a literal buffet.
Alright, then I'm gonna grab myself a whole pig and start gnawing on it.
I'm a steak and potatoes man myself. As I start, where are the utensils, sir? I can't get anything on my clothes or armor.
What utensils?
You know, this is where I get to be sarcastic, DM, and I love this bit. Lord Brodross takes a second and blinks at you, Braun, and then looks down at the table where you're sitting. There is, in fact, a literal set of silverware sitting in front of you.
Well, I was unsure if these are to be used because the spoon and the knife goes on the left and the fork goes on the right. So I was concerned these might have been used by someone else.
At a certain point during this, where Madeline just blinks at Braun, and how privileged could you be?
Braun, roll me a deception check.
Uh-oh.
Because Atlas set this table himself, and as much as he seems to be a forgetful old man, God's damn it, he prides himself on being a good butler.
Well, I rolled a 7, so I'm sure I insulted him greatly.
Atlas kind of shoots you a confused glare, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Lord Brodross could not give a damn. Matter of fact, he's almost done with this pig. It's only been a couple seconds.
Well, I do apologize. It just may be different from where I'm from. I'm accustomed to different things. I do appreciate your kindness in letting us eat this feast, and I start looking for seasonings for the potatoes and steak.
There is a healthy amount of seasoning shakers scattered around the table as well. Lord Brodross finishes his pig and kind of clears his throat and does his best to wipe the grease off of his hands and onto what you can hope is probably a napkin around his chin. Around his neck. So, anyway.
I'm liking this guy already.
Adventurers. 3 of you. I certainly hope that's enough given our town's recent plight. How much do you know of what's happened?
I am under the impression that there needs to be a cleansing, and I put my hand on my sword.
Well, of course, should it come to that, I hold no quarrels if you need to wipe out the goblins.
Have you tried praying?
Yes, we have. There's a chicken. Well, allow me to enlighten you as to what else may have happened. Guthar, our town's cleric, has been working diligently around the clock. He starts chewing on a chicken leg. Has been working diligently around the clock to try and write down as much as he can about the brain buds, as we're calling them. So far, he hasn't made great progress in curing them, but we're hoping for a breakthrough soon.
Brain buds?
The Lord Brodross has another chicken leg stuffed in his mouth, so Atlas kind of speaks up.
That is the unofficial title of the ailment we are currently facing.
That's interesting. Have you ever thought of just squishing them under your fist? Or throwing a boulder at a bunch of them? Get them out of here.
Well, I myself am no adventurer, and Mirkwell isn't exactly a town full of them. We are just humble folk, mostly farmers and lumberjacks. So there's not much we can do along those lines, of course. That's why we're hiring you. And of course, I assume for those of you who aren't already interested, the matter of payment might help things along.
Quite possibly. What did you have in mind?
Atlas turns around and reaches into a panel in the wall where he retrieves a small, ornate chest, and he kind of unlocks it with a key around his neck and opens it for you all to see.
Inside this chest is sorry, let me recount and carry the two. 500 gold pieces. That would equal out to roughly 100 gold pieces per party member.
For meta knowledge, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, well, as I mentioned, we're not exactly a wealthy town, but we do have some
Clearly.
aid we can provide. The Archdruid did give us some health potions to distribute out.
Archdruid.
Yes, Madame Elisande. She's kind of our leader out here.
Where is this druid you speak of?
Oh, well, I haven't spoken with her in some time, but I would assume she's probably in Hearthhome, the capital city.
Very well.
Would you also be willing to share some maybe smoked or salted meats for our journey and our adventure?
But of course, rations will be provided.
Good. That's all I care about right now.
No, food is a good thing to be caring about. We don't know how long it will take you to take care of the infection. We wouldn't want you fighting on empty stomachs.
At this point, he kind of steps back as Lord Brodross finishes his chicken. So, adventurers, do you have any questions before I point you in the next direction?
None from me. The faster I get the gold, the better.
Do you know where the main source of this infection currently resides at?
Well, we think it started in the local goblin tribe. They're known for eating cave fungus, and we think maybe some odd crossbreed had sprouted up, or we're not entirely sure. Guthar might know more than I do. He's been secluded for the last few days, so I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him quite yet.
Secluded where?
Over in his clinic across town. Here, I can have Atlas bring you a map. Atlas, bring the nice adventurers their map.
Very good, sir.
Atlas steps out of the room for a couple moments. Comes back a few minutes later with, I just killed Atlas. Atlas is dead.
While this is going on, Madeline's just slowly eating a chicken and side-eyeing the one next to her.
The chicken's looking around at all the chicken
Madeline.
being eaten.
For shits and giggles, would you roll me another perception check?
Absolutely.
And are you eating with the silver, or are you eating with your hands?
Another 25? Christ.
Holy shit!
Wow. Can I have your dice?
Has some amazing luck. Are you eating with your silverware or not?
No,
Okay.
not eating with it.
You know, again, you know the value of objects pretty well. And this silverware, you're catching glimpses every now and then as it's reflecting in the chandelier light overhead. Whether he realizes it or not, he is literally handing out silverware.
Made with real silver?
Yes.
Real silver. Kind of tests it with a claw for a second. Tink, 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 tink.
Yeah, you've handled enough silver in your life. This is some pretty good shit.
Sleight of hand check to sneak that into my pouch.
Go right ahead. With it. Oh, man.
The streak of luck ended.
That's pretty
Okay.
low.
I take back of one in your dice.
Wow, that's just really unfortunate. Anyway. Madeline, you're pretty sure you just got away with that. Braun, Regina, if either of you would like to, I don't know, roll perception and see if you might see Madeline pocket this, that's entirely up to you. Otherwise,
Oh, yes, definitely. We're talking about theft? How unholy of you.
how rude.
Whoa, 9. Or wait, that's Regina's. I got a
Yeah,
14.
You got a
mine.
14.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Yeah, Regina and Braun, you see Madeline pocket her silverware.
I shoot a glare over at her, but don't say a word. And as I look at her fiercely, I shake my head in disapproval, and I go back to eating.
Madeline flips him off.
See her flipping him off, and I take the skull from the pig I just ate, and I stick my hand up. I use it as a puppet. Go.
Miss
Right
Piggy,
at him.
no!
Oh, and the bad part is that those are usually suckling pigs, so it's a baby.
Oh, no.
This went into a dark place.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't even gotten there yet. Anyway, Lord Brodross lets out a big yawn. I think it's... I'm using the wrong voice, hold on. I think it's quite time that I retire to my smoking room for scotch and cigars. I believe you adventurers are quite well equipped, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Yes, retreat to your vices. We will finish the task at hand and expect our reward promptly.
Or he'll just pray hard to do it.
I say, yes, me and the Lord's Prayer, as I tap my sword again, hinting at that's the name of my sword, is the Lord's Prayer.
That is so...
I told you I'm going to be insufferable.
How the hell are you gonna praise the Lord with that?
But Lord Brodross gets up and kind of hops out of his chair and waddles his greasy, long-haired way to what you can only assume is the smoking room. And Atlas kind of stays behind for a second. I apologize for him. He's not the best example of the Brodross name.
He sure could handle his food, though.
That he can.
I'm just going to take one of the rib bones and pick my teeth with it from the succulent pig. That little tiny pig.
Well, tactfulness aside, we know where we must go next. Where is this clinic? Who has the map? I imagine... Okay, out of character. I imagine Regina has the map since she was sitting the closest.
I don't know. DM?
Atlas had just set the map on the table, so it is totally up for grabs.
Okay. I don't pick it up, but I look at it and I point and I say, "It appears the clinic is here." I did notice on the village map. Is it over by? It's over by the quarantine zone, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So, if we are ready to move on to the next scene, I will take you guys out of Lord Brodross's estate. Couple points of order real quick. Everyone has 3 days worth of rations and 1 health potion each.
Okay.
I mean, obviously they're not going to pay you in advance, so you're not getting any of the gold yet, but...
I'm pretty sure all the silver that you stole, we could probably make do.
It just took 1 plate setting.
I will touch nothing of the sort. That is dirty money, whatever comes of that.
Taking you back to Merkwell proper.
By the way, DM,
Yes.
out of character and out of this campaign, I still had some silverware from last time I visited Brodross's estate.
I know, you have stolen silverware all 2 times you have been to his estate. I was setting you up hoping you would do that.
Why can I not?
So, I am going to pull up a different map of Merkwell real quick.
I cannot
I
remember how
don't
to add a potion in Beyond.
I don't think the other party has been through here yet, so, ignore any potential weirdness you may see.
For whatever
Okay,
reason,
no.
Potion of Healing is under gear, not under potion. It's
Oh.
under gear first.
Okay, so I'm going to place a token on the world real quick.
Weird, they got a greater potion of healing in potions.
Yeah, but they don't have Potion of Healing, which is kind of stupid.
Okay. If anyone is looking at the map right now, there should be a token of a catfish. This is Bogdan's Bar. That is Bogdan's Bar. I have not updated this map quite yet. That is somewhere you can also go. So it is up to the party where you would like to go from here. You guys are currently standing right outside the Brodross estate.
So up here.
Exactly.
Shall we go to the clinic?
Yeah, we should probably take a look and see what we're dealing with. I had my fill.
Being scared of tracking through the trees here, I don't know how dirty it is. I'm going to take the path down and around to the clinic.
Oh, look,
Why not
my
just
dock
cut
is
through?
down.
I have a giant axe. We can chop down anything that gets in our way.
Madelaine's only like 3 foot tall, so.
I like to imagine...
Shoulders? Because I'm 7 feet tall.
I like to imagine, Regina, as you say that, I like to imagine the party walking down the street and Regina is just brandishing the axe menacingly at anyone that's, like, slightly in their way.
Yeah. That's her whole attitude.
Abso-fucking-lutely. So, you guys arrive at Moore Clinic. And I will pull that map up. So it is about midday now. The lights inside Moore Clinic are dark. It would appear no one is currently here.
Out of character, what was the clinician's name again?
Guthar Moore.
Guthar.
There's the chicken.
I knock heavily on the door. Guthar!
You seriously really need to learn how to bang on a door. I'll just wind up my fist and just bang on it. Not enough to break it.
Okay.
Much like you two, there's no lights on. There's no one home.
They could be sleeping.
I would like to go peer through a window.
Okay. We'll say like a minute or so goes by, and yeah, no, the door's not opening. Braun, you peer through the stained glass window, and inside you can see what appears to be a waiting room. There are 2 doors inside the waiting room. Both are currently closed, and you can't see light coming out of any keyholes or any slits in the door.
Perhaps the feline is right. There's no one here.
We did see when we entered town that there was a group of sick people. Maybe the good doctor is there.
Ah, the quarantine zone.
Couldn't hurt.
I start walking that way then. It's right next to the clinic, right?
Yeah, it's not really a walk.
Okay.
Let me plonk some tokens down.
And,
Wow, I actually don't have just a generic farmer token. That really surprises me. Okay, we're just gonna plonk down a meme token, and that's gonna be the farmer.
Hey! You could
What
do
can
a
you do, a
leaf. One of these leaves.
You know what? Yeah, no.
Okay.
The farmer is an Ankylosaurus.
Oh,
Because I like the big clump. I like the big diamond.
of course, the type of things I expect from premium content here at Adventure On.
Absolutely. Adventure On, bringing you farming dinosaurs since 2022.
Yay!
Anyway, you guys walk up to Niv Farms, the temporary quarantine zone. Outside is this battered old farmer man who's currently kind of just tending to some crops. And then leaning very exhaustedly is this. Think the most stereotypical looking ye olden surgeon you can. It looks like he's trying to catch a breather because he's leaned up against the doors and just his head's hung low and he's looking like he's not having a great time.
We are looking for Guthar. Where can we find him?
The farmer stops tending his crops for a second and kind of points to the man leaning against the wall. That there would be Guthar.
Thank you, kind sir. And I walk up to Guthar. Excuse me, sir. You have some information we require.
And who are you?
I am Braun the Brave. I am an adventurer here with my friends Regina and Celine, I suppose. We're here to help tackle the blight that has infected this village.
You forgot to introduce the chicken.
Ah, yes, this is Celine's chicken. She's been caring for it. It's a wonder it hasn't been eaten yet.
Guthar is very tired, so Guthar is just not going to question any of this silliness. Well, I would only assume with names and appearances such as yourselves that you would be the adventurers hired by Brodross.
Precisely.
Very good, very good. Give me just a moment, please. I just got done with a very intense surgery. As he says that, it is very obvious that this man has been through a very intense surgery, given the amount of blood currently staining his leather apron and the still unwashed tools on his belt. Okay, I must warn you, the room hasn't been cleaned quite yet, so it's going to be messy. He opens the big double doors that lead into what you can only assume was probably the farmer's living room at one point, but has been converted into a research area of sorts. Kind of in the middle of the room is this large, bloody table with manacles on it, and the blood is very fresh. Sitting off on the table to the left is what you can only assume is a brain bud of sorts, and a few open books, knives. It appears Guthar has been experimenting quite a bit. The bookshelves immediately behind are filled with unlabeled books, and I apologize, E-Man, were you saying something?
Yes, I was just going to ask, what does it smell like in here?
The room?
Yeah. Does it smell sickly and...
Yeah.
I, put my hand up to my face, holding back vomit, and let's see here. Where is my...
Are you gonna roll Constitution to not throw up?
That is up to you.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna make you. I just thought that's what you were leading into.
I ask the clinician, Guthar, do you perhaps have a mask to mask this repulsive smell?
I, in fact, do. 1 second, please. And Guthar strides over to the table where he has one of the odd fungal growths on a plate, and he retrieves, again, for meta purposes, 5 masks, but 3 for the time being.
Okay.
He comes back and hands one to each of the party.
I would like to inspect the mask to make sure it's not contaminated.
I guess roll me... I would assume nature.
Oh, yikes.
Nature or medicine, maybe.
Yeah, nature or medicine. That makes sense in my mind.
Yeah.
Can I choose?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay, I don't want to do nature because I have a -1. We'll do medicine.
Ah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I rolled worse.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you take that 8, bud.
Yep.
Time for you to pray harder.
Yeah.
Gotta huff his copium real quick. Anyway,
Be an anti-vaxxer and just pray the disease away.
Yeah.
pray the Rona away. Oh no, we can't say that. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, as far as you can tell, Braun, this is a well-made surgical mask.
Well, I put it on and begrudgingly put it on, and as I'm walking through the room to Guthar to get the mask, you notice I am doing my best not to touch anything.
Yeah, totally understandable.
I want to ask the doctor, what have you learned of this spore, or whatever this thing is?
You're not entirely wrong. It is a spore-based infection, but it is also fungal in nature. Please, join me over here. I'll show you my notes. Guthar walks over to the table where the fungal growth is sitting on the plate. And he starts kind of poking at it. So far, I have discerned that brain buds, when young, aren't exactly a major threat as long as you don't eat them. It's the larger adult specimens you have to worry about. The one you see here, and he keeps poking at it. This one, thankfully, is inert. I, for a lack of better term, detonated it before bringing it here.
Detonated.
Indeed, brain buds have a explosive nature to them. When they come in contact with a creature that can propagate further infection, it explodes in a large cloud of spores. Currently, as far as we know, inhalation is the only method of infection, but, well, that might not be the case now. And he kind of looks warily over at the door to the top left of the room.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the lumberjacks, you see. After they ventured a bit too close to that damn pagan god-worshipping Rahul's forest, they were attacked by part of the infected goblin clan, and while we're sure, not 100% sure that there was any adult brain buds in that area, they appear to have fallen to various stages of infection.
Who is this Rahul you speak of?
You know, Guthar has had this tired look about him this entire time, and his face does a full 180 shift emotion-wise. He's gone from tired and drained to filled with piss, vinegar, and rage. That God's damned pagan-worshipping owl and druid. He runs a grove in the nearby forest. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure it's all his fault.
Well, based on his beliefs, he does sound like a heathen.
He is. I'm glad someone else realizes this.
Perhaps he needs converted.
Good luck. He's about as old as that forest.
And he's an
Really?
owlin, you say?
Correct.
I'm not very familiar with bird folk. Where can we... Where...
Sorry, go ahead.
Where can we find him in this forest? Where does he reside?
I don't know for sure. I mean, I assume he has dwellings somewhere, but he kind of just appears. Now, I apologize for what I must show you all next, but I must ask you all to don your masks.
Way ahead of you.
And
How
then
do I make
those-
sure my tusk won't rip through the mask? Is it like a tough mask or?
I was about to say, because if they're masks the way we think of masks, then they're not going to work for Madeleine's ears.
Conveniently, Steam, yours has tusk holes in it. And Vintage, yours... It's like one of the overhead ones that doesn't actually have to be hooked on through ears.
Face shields.
Yes. Plot convenience.
Or, I mean, for that matter, Madeleine could just pull up the giant scarf that's wrapped around her neck.
I mean, sure. But Guthar leads you all to the door. He puts his hand on it. Now, I must warn you, those with a weaker constitution may want to brace yourselves. This is
So that leaves him
even-
out.
Something that tends to even turn my stomach.
What's
Yeah,
funny
Ron,
is
you stay out here.
yeah, what's funny is my actual constitution is high, but my character would probably vomit at this.
Oh yeah. Guthar opens the door and leads whoever's going to go in with him inside.
I stand at the
Watch the
doorway.
chicken.
Yeah, I just stand at the doorway looking in with the chicken. Can I see these lumberjacks?
You can.
Should I just shut the door all the way? Like this
That would be a good idea.
As he's shutting it, or she's shutting it, as it's coming closed, you can see me kind of halfway unsheathing my sword going, "My, those folks need cleansed," as the door shuts.
Like, yeah. Just go back to your book.
As you all enter the room, even through the mask, the smell of rot and decay is extremely present in the room. Scattered across multiple tables are various, what you can only assume are alchemical concoctions. Some are definitely vials of blood that Guthar has drained from these poor folk as he's tried various experiments. Each lumberjack is in a different state of infection, with the top left being the least infected, with just a small cluster of mushrooms sprouting out of his arm, to, oh Christ, what are you doing?
Whoa, what?
Sorry, Cat decided to be an asshole again.
I was like, this is weird exposition.
Nice experiment. Oh Christ, what are you doing?
Oh, we'll get there. All the way to the... You don't even know if you can call him a human anymore. The individual on the bottom right bed is more mushroom than man. The entire right half of his face is a myconid colony. His entire left leg has been replaced with this sickly green tentacle-like appendage. And he is constantly moaning in pain as you guys are in this room. Pus and blood is leaking out of any potential orifice on this poor, probably should be put to rest individual.
I could put him out of his misery if you want.
No, as gruesome as it may be, it is for the greater good of our research that we keep him alive.
Kind of cruel, if you ask me.
Life is cruel, unfortunately. And in the pursuit of science, we must also be cruel.
Have you come up with any form of solution on how to kill these things?
Well, I mean, they are still human. They all die in the same way.
Talking about the spore.
Fire seems to work especially well.
So no concoction to kill the spores before it matures on the body.
No, not yet, unfortunately. I've been working. Surgery has been, well, not great. He points to the individual with the green tentacle leg. I amputated his leg shortly before you all arrived, and whatever that is, he points at the now writhing violently in the bed appendage. That sprouted out of him.
And you're keeping them all still alive.
If you can call that living. I just slipped into Dracula there, what the hell?
What?
Yeah, you're
If you
Call
can
that
call that
living.
living.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 bodies.
God, we're gonna
Yeah.
get sued by Sesame Street now. We're gonna get letters in the mail from Elmo.
The Jim Henson estate.
It's no longer Jim Henson's estate.
Oh,
It's Disney's.
Oh,
well,
God, that's
we
even
are
worse.
we are screwed.
Disney bought the Muppets.
Well, it's been real, everyone. I am officially going bankrupt.
Yeah,
but
Adventure On has been dissolved.
Back on track. Guthar. Sorry. This is what we unfortunately are combating.
Oh, fire.
Yes, fire seems to work, especially well. And the masks help the spores from entering airways to a degree.
What about flesh contact?
That is a new theory I'm working on. As far as we know, the infection is fairly recent after these lumberjacks had crossed too far into Mottlefeather's Grove. We believe that's when he unleashed the first wave of plague, but it evolves at a rapid pace. We think it has evolved to open wounds and skin contact now, but I couldn't be sure without seeing it myself.
So you say you're sure it's the Owlin, but Brodross says that he thinks it's the goblins.
Personally, I believe Brodross has some credit in his own theory, but I believe that Rahul has been incubating the plague in the goblins. He started with the goblins and then sicked them on these poor souls here.
There a motive?
Yes, God, that voice is killing me. Hold on. The townsfolk and Rahul have always had a understanding. They can lumber and log as much of the surrounding forest as they wish. They just must stay away from his grove. Well, these four unfortunately got a bit too close to the grove, and that's about the time everything started.
They got close to the grove, and that tentacle is pissing me off. Sorry, you see it at the corner of my eye. It's just flailing around.
Yeah, it's still going. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much I can do about that.
Set it on fire.
I would rather you not.
No, I was given suggestion.
Oh, I must apologize. I'm quite sleep deprived. I've been working here round the clock. Round the clock. Ha, chicken joke.
All right, let's see here. So what do we do? Do we go after the one or the other?
Well, whatever the case, I know we need to get Braun out of here before he has an aneurysm.
While this has been going on, Braun, what have you been doing?
I am rummaging through his bookshelf, seeing if I can find any information that pertains to the quest at hand.
Okay, so you start pulling book after book off of this shelf, and I mean, most of them are empty. It would appear these are journals that he's keeping. but a couple of them do have some information. It's mostly stuff I've already told you.
Okay. So I'm basically gathering the same information through reading
Yes.
that he has spoken to them.
Exactly.
All right. So
Just-
what do
just-
we do from here?
Of note, real quick, Braun, there are occasional ramblings where he rants and rants about Rahul.
The Allen. Okay.
Rodras mentioned some sort of mage named Elisande. Should we go and visit her?
Yeah, probably smells nicer there.
So, couple points of order, real quick. And this is on me for not posting the important NPCs list. I said I was going to do that earlier. I totally blanked on that. Elisande is the Archdruid. She is the leader of the Moken Pact. She's their queen, basically. She is not here.
Oh,
You guys would have to travel
She's the one
all
at
the way to Hearthstone.
Yeah, you did mention that in passing. I just forgot.
No, it's cool. I just didn't want you guys to try and go like all the way to Hearthhome or wonder why this big name NPC isn't here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, after I'm done reading through the journals, I'm just going to go wait at the front door. Actually, I'm going to go outside of the front door to get some fresh air with the chicken here and wait for my companions.
Which direction did you say your friend lived? We'll go and check it out, I suppose. I was talking to the doctor.
I assume that's a jab at Rahul. He lives in the surrounding forest. You'd kind of just have to wander around until inevitably he shows up. My suggestion would be going to the Goblin Cave and taking care of that.
Noted. Out the door.
And it's like as you leave that the guy who's missing his leg is having a really bad time, but the other three guys immediately start screaming in pain as the infection seems to start evolving again, or at least taking them to the next stage.
Alright. Well, we'll bid you a good day. You got a lot on your plate to deal with.
Yes, I do, and of course he's like screaming over this other screaming. And he locks the door behind you guys as you leave. Braun is nowhere in sight as you guys leave the room.
What the hell? Where is that page thumping? What was his name again?
Who cares? Oh, there you are.
I hope you were able to gather some information.
More than you got, probably.
I don't know, in these journals I read, he seems hyper fixated on this Owlin character. Perhaps we should seek him out and find out what his side of the story is.
I'm voting on setting his place on fire because that was a fucking gnarly room.
It was.
I read for as long as I could before the smell overwhelmed me.
Could have heard it. And even now, as like Madeline is outside and trying to be all cool, you can kind of see her paws clench. It was a lot, even for her.
Anything you got to pray this stench away?
No, the only option I have is to cleanse this town. Obviously, they have been indubitably involved in some sinful activity, or else they would not even be infected like this. Their God has forsaken them. So shall we find this Owlin character?
Seems like the next best thing.
Chop off his head.
I guess we will go into the direction of the grove.
So you guys weren't told particularly where the grove is. So you guys are just wandering around in the forest. I mean, there is a path into the forest, so obviously you're taking that, but... Let me pull up the forest. I forgot to clear this map out.
Nobody look.
you want
Nothing to see behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, thank God they didn't.
Zoom all the way out.
No, with the other group, my main worry is they have a very crude sense of humor.
Mm-mm.
The type of shit I wouldn't want to show up in like a YouTube video or a live stream.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, since we are recording this.
So everyone plonk your tokens down again, and yes, this is the first map with a grid on it. Wow.
Yay, grids! We know what to do now.
Grid, you say? Oh wow, they are actually 5 feet. I'm impressed.
Impressed with your grid size. Wow.
Yo, Boo, what that grid size do?
Hop.
Demonetized.
Yeah.
Oh man, not again.
I have a feeling we're never going to be monetized.
No, not a chance in hell.
We have to have viewers to be monetized. Hopefully we can get some, but my YouTube channel never got very many. I don't think I ever got over 50 subscribers.
Nah, this is for us.
Yeah.
Don't need anybody else.
No. Our community.
With that said, please hit the subscription button.
Yeah.
And the bell
Mash
icon.
that like button.
Oh yeah, we could be every annoying YouTuber. Make sure to subscribe and smash that bell.
The subscribe button is itchy.
Put
Scratch
those
it.
silver pieces on the... whatever. Whatever the hell you want, I'm bored.
Toss a like to your adventurer, oh Valley of Plenty.
Oh, Beyond, you're good for some things, but you're terrible at others.
Whoa, what is happening?
Licking chickens.
I'm trying to get, like... Spoiler alert, you guys are getting a combat encounter here. I'm trying to get the combat
hey.
encounter set up, and the last time I used this encounter, it refuses to reset for some reason, and, like, go back to square one, so I have to remake the encounter, which isn't a big deal. It's just a minor inconvenience.
Understandable.
It's just a small thing. Minor inconvenience. Barely noticeable.
Is it funny that my character was just as repulsed by Brodros as he was the fungal infection?
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah, we essentially have a Chad paladin.
Yeah. A Chad by the name of
Ryan
Kyle.
will make you heal.
Can't wait to get home to my Becky.
Oh,
God.
Becky, is that the name? Chad and Becky?
I honestly could not tell you.
I'm trying to be hip on all the memes.
You guys are wandering through the forest, and the sun's starting to go down. You're not too far in. If you wanted to turn back, you could. But as you guys are wandering around the forest, could everyone give me a perception or nature check?
Ooh, perception or nature? Ooh, perception it is. Good lord. I am so dumb. My character is blissfully unaware of everything going on around him.
I rolled the basic. I didn't add the +1 that I had. Oh, you wait. No, it put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
suck. I'm just oblivious. At least I think that's it, right?
I am seeing a perception check from someone I do not see. Arrowette, is that you, my friend?
That is me.
Awesome!
The chicken roll the perception.
So, real quick, before we get into combat, because now Arrowette's character is here.
Is that my intro?
Yep, give me 1 second. Dracos, for the last, day or so, you've been following these strangers around as a chicken. Why? I don't know. Maybe you like following people as chickens. But with you being a druid, you're a bit more in tune to the forest or nature in general. You notice that the usual forest sounds have gone utterly silent. Madeleine, you notice the same thing.
And I don't notice it because of my sad roll.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Things are unusually quiet.
Whoa, did the chicken just talk?
Let's say I got my wild shape a little early.
Are you still in chicken form?
Can I have a level 1 ability to wild shape into a chicken?
Can you what? I'm sorry.
Have a level 1 ability to wild shape in and out of a chicken.
Oh, dude, I do not care. If it's... The way I run druids personally, if you're just gonna do, small, insignificant creatures, do it as much as you want.
Yeah, I mean, technically I think I get it later, but I was just...
I don't think you can get... Because chickens have a fly speed, I don't think you can get into, level 10. Oh no, it has,
I'm a flightless chicken. It's just...
Sure,
Yeah.
why not? You had your wings taken off at a restaurant.
So
disabled chicken.
So back to
I got hungry. I ate the wings.
Yeah. I back to my comment. Did that chicken just speak?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Madeleine kind of brandishes her claws and points one at the chicken.
What kind of blasphemy is going on?
I'm a druid.
Oh, makes sense.
Well,
I was gonna eat you.
You could have said something. I thought you were the cat's pet.
Pet? No. Lunch? Maybe.
I would offer to eat it, but I don't eat foul things.
No, if I maintain my wild form, people won't know I'm here. So I often keep quiet.
Understood. Did you hear all the information we were given?
Yes.
Well, very well. I guess one adventurer stronger could never hurt.
It's as you say that the forest comes alive once more with the sound of bushes rustling and twigs snapping. And a very distinct as lumbering out from the trees and bushes are 3 of these grotesque, fungal-infected goblins. Obviously, each is in a different state of infection, but they are all infected and not looking like they're here to be nice.
It's a good thing I still have my mask on. Let's end him.
Initiative.
Disgusting. You shall be cleansed as I draw my sword out and point it to the sky.
So if you all would be oh so kind as to roll me initiative, we'll get into this.
Yay. 15.
Hey, 21.
Ooh. Hey.
My second monitor froze.
So, quick question, DM. I've never played a sword and board character before. My shield, it just adds to my AC, correct? There's nothing special I can do with it.
I mean,
What the fuck?
for
hang on.
flavor purposes, you can do stuff
Okay.
with it.
So basically all it does is it adds to my AC, but also now I wouldn't be
Did
able
it
to
work?
use my longsword as versatile to get the additional damage since I can only use one hand. That's kind of the trade-off, I imagine.
On Beyond Steam, there should be a little thing
see
next
it.
to your armor class. Yes.
There it
At least
goes.
it's one better.
Well, I'll give you this much. You're at least not going last. Funny enough, the last time I ran this encounter, the zombies roll... Well, spoiler alert, they're zombies. Hi. They rolled unreasonably high on initiative. But starting combat, we have... I feel like you corrected me last time I said this name. Have I been saying your name right, Vintage?
Madeleine.
Okay, I have been, thank God.
Yes.
We have Madeleine, followed by Braun, followed by Mush Goblin C. And then after that, I will continue telling you guys the initiative. Madeleine, you are up.
Yes. So, from where I'm at, I'm already in a pretty good vantage point to take a shot at C here. And so, unhooking my short bow from my back, I am going to try and hit that thing. 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Sweet.
And for flavor purposes, these guys are just like in loincloths. So,
Oh, yeah. Right in the chest. 8 damage.
damn, that's pretty good. Anything else?
I feel like there's nothing that's gonna give me sneak attack in this stage. So
Not quite yet.
Not until level 3, I think.
no, I get sneak attack at
Well, but I
sneak
mean,
attack at level 1.
yeah, but I mean, you can't
You just
bonus
need someone to be
action.
within melee with it.
But yeah, but also, don't you get cunning action to hide as a bonus action at 3? So you can,
Yeah.
like, attack, then hide, and constantly get your sneak.
Oh yeah.
I guess...
Moving on swiftly, Braun, you're up.
I yell, "May the power of the Almighty cleanse your soul." 5, 10, 15, 20. Move here to Mush B. And, we are going to take a swing with the longsword. 15.
15 will hit. Roll damage.
Six slashing damage.
Very nice. Anything else, Braun?
That is all.
Alright, it is Mush Goblin C's turn. And, you know, they're goblins, so already they're not the smartest on the block. But now they're probably fungal infected. So obviously this Mush Goblin is going to go after the thing that attacked it.
Mm-hmm.
Double check my movement.
No touchy.
It's gonna move 20 feet there and stop because it can't move anymore. It's
Ooh.
D&D logic.
It's shambling.
It is. One might even say scuttling.
Oh no. Not scuttling. That gives me
Arrowette, you are up.
bad flashbacks.
Okay, Mr. Oops, I changed his letter. I didn't think I could do that. Mr. C. I am going to point at him and produce a flame that burns.
Wow.
Oh.
Punchy.
A 15 will hit. Roll your damage.
Literally kill it with fire.
Burn.
Very nice. As your produce flame washes over the Mush Goblin, some of the skin on like its what remains of its face slops off, and it's just got this rotten skeletal structure underneath, looking pretty beat up.
And then I ran to the side.
Alrighty, and I'm assuming that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Regina, you are up.
Alright, I can't see how far I could run or walk. To see on this sheet?
There's a... Yeah, if you go...
Oh, 30 feet.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, so Goblin C, is he dead?
No, he is alive.
Alright, I'm gonna wield my axe, my great axe, charge, and swing to chop off its head. Alright. Oh, not that button. 19.
Woo! Yeah, 19's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
Sick.
Despite a nearly decapitating blow, the Mush Goblin is still standing.
Yeah. Wait, no, wait, do I get a second? No. I
No,
can't
not
use
at
my
all.
rage. I forgot to call out rage again. Okay.
Rage is a bonus action, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I have an unarmed strike, so maybe punch?
Yeah, no, you can only one attack per action right now.
Oh, alright, never mind.
So we'll say that for your bonus action you went ahead and raged, and then on your next turn just remember to do that.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm using a great axe, which requires both my hands, so I wouldn't be able to use my rage attack, would I?
No, you can use rage.
Okay. Alright. I'll do it next time.
Okay. Mush Goblin A is gonna go. It hasn't been attacked. It's gonna go for its nearest target. Gonna hit Braum. And totally whiff with a 13.
Back evil one!
Mush Goblin B's gonna go. And totally with a 15. Madeline, you're back up.
Yes. So, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Nah, I'm gonna just strafe around there. Take another shot at C. Let's go! 23.
Damn.
Roll your damage and describe your kill.
4 damage, and so Deadeye shot. Or I assume there's an eye that I can aim for.
Yeah, there's like one hanging out of his skull and the other's kind of like raised up on a mushroom stalk.
So I want to try to get the one that's hanging from the skull back into the skull with the arrow.
Awesome.
So you Deadeye shot this bolt, and you wind up pinning this mush goblin's eye back into its socket. And the sheer force of this sends its rotten and desiccated head flying off of its body and pinning it to a nearby tree. And the body kind of stands there and wobbles for a few seconds before falling over. And you see, for the briefest second, this mass of slick green tentacles writhe its way out of the top of this poor goblin's body. And it's like reaching around trying to grab for something, probably wherever its head is gone, but not being able to find it. The tentacles go slack as this thing seems to have died.
Oh, thank God, I was so sick of seeing tentacles. Gross.
Braun, you are up.
I will not rest until everyone is cleansed. As I swing at... Is that B? Yeah, B. Yep. Swing again at B. With my longsword. Oh, 9.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, you gotta think, these guys are basically in their underwear.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay. And that would be another 10 damage.
God damn. So you slash into this thing's chest, and unlucky for you, it seems there was a large pus pocket there. So when you do, hot yellow chunky pus sprays out and just coats your face and your armor.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would make me vomit.
Do you still have your mask on?
Yes, I do have my mask on. So this is going to be funny.
Disgusting.
Should I roll a Constitution save to see if I vomit?
Yeah, roll me a con saving throw.
22.
Woo! You can feel it coming up, and you realize it's going to be even grosser if you puke into your mask, so you manage to hold it down.
Okay, and that's my turn.
The Mush Goblin is still up. Speaking of Mush Goblins, that one's dead. So we go to Dracos. What are you doing?
The one that's near me, I want to make it burn. So, Mr. A, I will point and cast a flame, causing it to burn.
Yep, that hits. And we'll say this gout of flame washes over one of its tentacled appendages, which shrivels up and like falls off at the nub, and is then very quickly replaced by a new tentacle.
And I'll quickly scamper away.
Dracos, is that it?
Yes.
Alrighty, moving on to Regina.
Anybody have any flammable liquid on them?
I think oil comes standard with every, like, starting equipment.
I have a tinderbox and a torch.
Flask of oil comes in adventuring gear.
All right. Would anybody care to douse my great axe with oil? The top, the blade, please.
Sure.
All right.
So, Regina, you're going to have to move over there and have that done. I'll say that's going to take a bonus action to do. And then I'll give you a free action to light the oil.
All right. Okay, I could just drag it across one of the rocks that are on the path, right, to start
Absolutely.
the ignition? All right, so I
Nice.
just drag it a little bit, causing a spark to ignite the oil. And I've already ran 10... Oh, what was that, 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't... Do I have enough... let's see, how many...
Measuring tool. You have another 20 feet to get within melee of A.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to charge and I'm going to swing downwards, like from the top of the skull, hoping to slam this thing in half.
Do it big and nasty.
Hell yeah. 11.
Oh, man, I saw the one for a second, got really excited. Yeah, an 11's going to hit.
Out of here with your brutal criticals.
No shit.
And if this, I really want to use the rage.
And
No,
then add an extra D6 fire damage on top of that.
D6 fire damage. How do I roll a D6 on here?
So there is a little
Very left
dice icon in the left corner. If you click that, it should bring up a menu of dice you can roll. Just click the D6 button.
Okay. Six.
Nice.
Nice.
God damn.
Ah! Hulk smash!
Yeah, Regina, so let me just set the narrative scene here for a second. You've coated your axe in this oil, and as you're running up to this mush goblin, you're catching sparks across the stones on the ground, and eventually your axe ignites in this beautiful corona of flame, and you bring it down over the top of this mush goblin, splitting it clean in half. You can see, like, the tentacles inside it try to knit it back together, but as they're poking out, they're getting lit on fire by your axe. So they're just retreating with small squealing sounds back into the corpse. And this thing just falls apart. I mean, skin is slopping off. Whatever you did clearly fucked this thing up.
Did Ron get any splashback from it?
Nope.
Damn.
Oh, great.
You want nasty corpse pus rot blood on you? I mean, I can give you
Not
a
on
water
me.
fountain
Not
of it,
on
but...
me. Look who's close.
Okay. The smell alone. Braun, give me another con saving.
Oh, God. 17.
I mean, it's bad, but again, the idea of puking into your mask and making it worse is what's stopping you.
I'm gonna wear this mask until the day I die.
I'm sorry, I had to. You were
hey, it's funny.
there. Yeah.
So the only remaining mush goblin is up, and I just realized none of them have attacked you. Like, actually managed to land a hit.
Nope.
Oh, shit!
Is it the goblin's turn?
It is the goblin's turn, and
Holy crap!
the goblin just rolled a nat 20.
Oh yeah, that totally hits.
So I was leaving this until next session, but, you know, on the off chance it happened. We're going to get into one of my homebrew rules real quick. I do what's called brutal crits. Nat 20s and nat 1s in combat result in additional effects.
Oh, based on a D100? I think I remember reading that.
Yep, based on a D100 roll.
It can get dicey.
Ha ha ha. 37. What does that do? Oh, that's just amazing.
It doesn't sound like it.
So, Braun, you're gonna take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good God!
On
Get it
top
harder.
of that, I need you to make me... no, God. Hold on. Table just closed out.
No.
Yay!
Oh. Braun, you're using your shield right now, right?
Correct.
Braun, roll me a D100, please, if you would not mind.
Where's the dice in the corner that you're talking about?
Should be on the
Lower
left.
left.
It's a red circle.
I don't see
Red
it.
circle with a D.
It's not.
Scroll down.
I am scrolled all the way down. And I don't.
You and beyond.
Oh! I'm stupid. My snowball microphone was blocking that corner of the screen.
And I'm the orc.
You said a D100?
Yeah.
So, okay. $93, it looks like. Yeah, 93.
I should have had you call high or low, but because I'm feeling nice, considering I just half-healthed you, the sheer impact from this Mush Goblin slam attack, not only does it feel like your arm crunches as you try to parry with your shield, you see visible stress cracks appear inside of your shield.
Oh, Lord.
This thing just about broke your shield slamming into you, bud.
I don't like that.
Madeline, you're up.
I am hurting for certain.
There is part of Madeleine that just wants to be petty and let Braun face that on his own, but
I've got it coming. I know.
get a little closer and out of the way so that, or rather, out from behind Braun, so I can get a better shot at the one that's attacking him.
Man,
Come
wouldn't
on.
it be funny if this was a nat 1?
Stop. Incorrect.
Ooh.
Okay, don't even bother rolling damage, but do roll me a D100, please.
Ooh. 18.
18.
Going to have some celebratory Sour Patch Kids.
Well, that's not very imaginative.
Oh, yep. This is going on YouTube. I'm gonna leave my comment alone.
Madeline, describe your kill, and keep in mind that however you kill this mush goblin, its head is going to explode.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Guess who's getting the backsplash?
As soon as it opens its grisly maw to let out another groan, Madeline takes a deep breath, lets it out right through the back of the throat.
And this thing's rotten pumpkin head just splatters all over the place. Meaty chunks of long dead blood and pus rain all over the place. Luckily not on Braun.
Oh,
Dang it!
thank God.
But the smell alone, Braun. Nah, I'm joking. That bit's getting old.
I was like, am I going to have to roll another con save? Damn it.
I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to make you this time.
Are we out of combat now? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you guys are effectively out of combat.
So what I'm going to do then is sheathe my sword. I'm all battered. My arm feels weak from holding my shield. I put my shield on my back. I rip off my mask and fall to my hands and knees and just puke all over the ground. And after I'm done projectile vomiting, I unfold my mask back and place it back on my face and stand up and start breathing heavily and sweaty and dirty, and just, you can tell that I look miserable.
When you stand back up, Madeline is on the ground, crying, laughing.
I just go up behind you, just bang your back a little bit. Good job.
Yeah.
Trying not to laugh. But I want to do a sort of a forceful, like, little nudge him forward.
I hope there aren't many more of these to cleanse.
The sounds of the forest have returned. Real quick, I assume everyone's taking a second to just kind of rest and recuperate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hungry. I'm
Okay,
hungry.
sit down for a forest picnic.
I'll make some good berries.
Hey, good berries.
There's 10 berries.
I cannot eat right now.
As you all are doing your various little rest, can everyone roll me a perception check?
Perception.
Nice, Dracos.
Fucking 9.
Oh my god, it almost landed on 1.
So everyone but Braun gets to see this.
I'm as perceptive as a block of cheese.
We'll say it's behind Braun. That's why he's not seeing it.
He's like tired, and like he's crying like a baby about praying to some like little ant that walked on his foot or something.
Perched up on a tree behind Braun is what appears to be a unreasonably large barn owl. Like, we are talking 4.5 feet tall barn owl. And it is staring at you.
I go in the bag and grab a piece of smoked meat and toss it towards it. Maybe it's hungry.
I should specify you in this case being the party. But Regina, you huck this chunk of salted meat at the owl, and it kind of just tilts its head to the side, blinks a couple of times, and keeps watching the party.
Do I at this point look over my shoulder to see the meat he threw, and would I notice, or just be like, why is, or that she threw, and would I notice that she threw it?
You would like see that she threw it, but you don't know what the hell she's throwing it at.
I look at her and I say, what are you doing? That's good meat.
Look, big bird.
I look up
We're
into
not alone.
I look and see where everybody's looking and where Regina has just pointed, and I see what she's pointing at, and my jaw drops. I look back. The owl. Rahul?
Upon hearing its name, Rahul flutters down from the treetop and lands kind of beside your party and drops his wild shape form. Standing before you is now a slightly shorter, more grizzled owlin druid. Plenty of forest hermit knickknacks are adorned across him. He has a big old bear pelt slung around his shoulders. He's got a big old staff. Yes, that would be me.
We've heard you're responsible for this.
Calm yourself, young one. Why would I infect my own grove?
Well, that's what the doctor said.
Guthar.
Yes.
Before I continue, may I have your names?
I am Braun the...
Sickly. I'm Regina Rogoth.
Suppose if you need to know my name, it's Madeline.
I appreciate your honesty.
I am a fellow, not shapeshifter, druid, Dracos.
Ah, a fellow man of the land.
Sorry about throwing flesh at you. You just looked hungry.
As this
No, I appreciate the gesture.
as this is happening, I wipe more vomit from my chin, and I look at Madeleine, and I go, and under my breath I mutter, Madeleine? I've been calling her Celine this whole time.
Please, Braun, that's what you said your name was. Here, take this. Rahul reaches into his pocket and pulls out a few sprigs of mint.
Ah, I snatch them like I'm a hungry puppy that hasn't eaten. I'm, yoink, gimme.
Now, as I was saying, I am Rahul Mottlefeather. I tend the forest here and watch over my grove, and the man you know as Guthar is not who he claims to be.
Explain.
This infection came about 2 years ago, around the time Guthar first arrived in this town. I tried to contain it within my forest as much as possible, but unfortunately, recently, the goblin tribe became infected, and despite even my connection with the land, there is not much I could do. They managed to get out and wreaked havoc. What was that?
I couldn't tell who that was quick enough.
I was tabbed into the map. I couldn't tell.
It was somebody with the Gremlins picture. I don't know.
Oh, that would probably be Locust. Anyway, I've been trying to contain the infection here, but as I stated, it would appear it's gotten out.
It is apparent.
I knew we should have burnt down that place the tentacle bastard and keeps.
Where is the source of this infection?
As far as I can tell, the current source stems from the Goblin Cave.
The Goblin Cave. Could you point us in the direction? We must cleanse this land.
You, my righteous friend, need rest.
I do not need rest. I am strong. As I fall down to one knee again, using my sword as a crutch.
Yeah, and just to accentuate his point, he kind of takes his staff and gently taps your shield arm, which is very much painful.
Ah! Oh! Oh! It's nothing.
Rahul kind of looks at the party. I cannot allow you to go to that cave unaided. While I myself am duty-bound to other obligations at the moment, I can help to some degree. Rahul takes his staff and gently taps each of you on the forehead with the green crystalline end. And congratulations, you all level up.
Yay!
Yeah!
Ding!
Yay! Level 2. I get a new tusk.
It's kind of terrifying.
With the fact that we're all level 2 now.
No, that the I mean, I'm assuming you were joking, Steam, but the idea that her character gains a new tusk for every level.
Now you just see, like, as soon as I hit level 10, I'm nothing but teeth for a head.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, there's an art piece like that. I have to look it up now.
Oh, God, no.
I'm just imagining... hell, I can't think of it now. I think it's called the Looksee. It's like this weird suit-dressed monster that's like nothing but a skin for a head and a big-ass mouth full of teeth.
Ugh.
I was picturing that teeth monster from Doctor Who. The one that has, like, all the molars, like, all over his head.
Oh, God, I know what you're talking
That, right there.
Oh no. I'm gonna have... Oh no! Oh no.
Wait, where'd it get put?
It's in
I put it in the table 1 chat.
Please no. Then this isn't Braun talking.
Oh yeah,
this
the
is...
Look-See from
this
Crypt
is-
TV.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's terrifying also.
That's why Mr. E, every time they use it, we have to cleanse everything. I picture your character looking like the blind guy from Little Nicky. We're all gonna die.
I'm like the guy in Whiterun in Skyrim that keeps yammering about Talos in the Merchants District.
This was fun.
Well,
Obviously, if you guys couldn't tell, we are wrapping up for the night. That is the end of part 1.
the recording is now at 2 hours and 5 minutes. So that's perfect.
Wow, that worked out perfect.
So
Yeah.
I had a good time.
I had a great time as well, and
This is so much fun already.
yes, it is. Do you want to send off the recording right now, Unsnagged Mouse, and thank everybody, our viewers?
Thanks guys for tuning in to session 0 and 1 of the Mushpocalypse. I will see y'all next week. I think Steam's gonna try and get her live stream set up for that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have a full party next time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, adventure on.